Hi, in this video I'd like to talk to you about why mobile is going increasingly more local and why you should pay attention to that. As we know, Yellow Pages is pretty much defunct, and the same really goes for the ads in your local paper, because more and more people just go straight to Google. So if we look at this typical Google results listing, what we see is that there are sort of four separate areas. There's the local search area. There's what's called the organic or natural search listing. There is the paid search listing. They can also appear at the top of the page. And there's also the video search results, and they can appear sometimes as high as 2 or 3. But those are the four main areas. Now if we look at a specific example, this one's attorney in Escondido. I happen to have visited Escondido on a couple of occasions in Southern California. So this is a search for attorneys there, and we can see paid search again on the top this time and down the right hand side. We can see the local search listings and we can see the organic search listings. Even though we're not seeing the whole page here, there are actually no video for attorney in Escondido, so there's a tip there for any attorneys listing out. There's a little gap there for you with video. Anyway, that's not our subject today, so let's now look at what that looks like on a mobile. So, we have the paid search at the top again, then we have the local search, and then we have the organic search. So pretty much the same, just a slightly different format. However, what is different is this. There are two buttons just above the local maps. They are Use My Location and Choose a Location. And if you click or touch the left-hand button, the Use My Location, it activates the GPS on the smartphone, because all smartphones have GPS built in nowadays. And it says, okay, you happen to be near Escondido or near Los Angeles or near London, near Sydney, and it will give you attorney results for that location. Alternatively, you can choose a location by clicking on the right and then typing in a zip code or a postcode or a city. Now, what happens is that when you do this, Google takes you from the web results on this tab here across to the local results on this tab here. Now, this is a page that doesn't actually appear on the desktop Google search results. This is specific to, in this case, Google search on a mobile. Now, that's something you should be aware of, because it reiterates the fact that Google has seen a 500% growth in local mobile search in the last 2 years. 500%. And so Google is taking that on board, and they are moving towards more local-based searches and more mobile searches. So how do you get found on Google Local? Well, let's have a look at some ideas. Here's a typical results, and if you are not listed on there, this is what you need to do to claim your listing. Is you need to go to the Google Local Business Center, and you find that by just going to Google and typing in Google Places now. That's the new name for it. And if Google are doing their job properly, it should appear at the top of the page there. And you can just add your business. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean you'll appear in that top listing there, the A to G listings, because there are a lot of factors involved in getting ranked. It's a bit like the natural or organic search listings. It's not just a matter of putting a website up there, or in this case, putting your Google Places listing up there. As you can see, hopefully, on the video, all those other little dots on the map are other Google Place listings. So there's a lot of competition there. But that's how you get started anyway. And one of the other things that Google has highlighted, if you saw my email from a couple of days ago, is what's called the click-to-call buttons. And they have found in their research that these increase response tremendously. So that's why they list them on their Google Maps local listing, and you can see them there. And if you press one of those, you just need to touch it with your finger on a smartphone, and it brings this box up here, and you can either cancel if you made a mistake, or you can call the firm directly. And of course the same applies on your own site. This is our mobile site, and you can see the two numbers there for the US and for the UK. And again, if you just touch those numbers, you'll get the same box appearing, and you can just dial straight through to us like that. So you can also reach people on Google AdWords. So if you advertise with Google pay-per-click, known as Google AdWords, you can be much more targeted on a local basis, and this is a mistake we see over and over again. People blanket coverage the whole country, whereas in fact they're based locally. They're only a small company. And so to do this, to make sure that you're not wasting your money and you're targeting people in your area, if you go to campaigns, then settings, then locations, and then custom, you will get a window looking like this, and you can then pinpoint where you are, and in that box marked in red then you can show what sort of radius you want to cover. But the other thing to be aware of is that when your Google ads appear on a mobile, they show slightly more information, such as the telephone numbers, because, as we mentioned earlier, all smartphones now have GPS built in. So literally, as somebody with a smartphone drives into that area marked in blue there, for example, then your ad will start to not only show, but show additional information. See how powerful this is? And we can go further because we can connect the two. So again, within your Google AdWords account, you can go to Campaigns, Settings, Ad Extensions, and Locations. And what you can do is you can connect your Google Places account through to your Google AdWords account, and it will automatically bring across all that information. Or you can enter them manually. And if you have a series of locations, so various branches within an area, these will all be added automatically from your Google Places account if you've added them there. And again, what does this mean? Well, with GPS, it means that someone can choose a location that's nearest to them. So say you have a chain of florists, then when someone is looking to go in and buy some flowers because they have an account with you, they can just pull up your nearest location and then get directions on their smartphone directly there. So you see how all of this is now being integrated, and Google are providing more local results listings and also making them available more easily on a mobile. So if you're on the local search listings like this one, let's take a look at that. So that's the next page that comes up, and you'll see a little bit of information there, but you also see the website. But of course, what happens when you click on that website link, you get a page like this, which is not so easy to read. So if we look at the paid search listings again on mobile, here's one here, but when we click on the link, this is what we're presented with. Not good on a mobile. And of course, on the organic or natural search listings, same thing. We take a look at a link there, we click on it, and oh dear. So of course, this just emphasizes our message to you that you really must get mobilized and get a mobile version of your own site. Because which would you rather present to a prospect? The site on the right or the site on the left? And bear in mind that site on the right is about half the size. It's very easy to read on an iPhone or an Android or a BlackBerry. And the one on the left, well, people are just going to back straight out of it. And for example, if you spent a lot of money getting your site to either the top of the local listings or the organic listings, or you paid to go on Google AdWords, that click or that money spent on achieving those results is going to be wasted. So if you'd like to learn more about how Google Local and Google AdWords for mobile can help your business, you can visit our website to email us, or you can call us on 0866 364 0952 in the US, or on 0845 544 0485 in the UK. and we look forward to helping you get mobilized.